Hi, Sackers.
Hey, what's up, Sack?
It's full OG Sack today, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Full OG Sack. With special guests?
It's currently 38 degrees outside
And it's
6 in the morning.
at Palmetto Christian Academy. It's pretty chilly here.
Just finished practice with ISO skills.
Shout out to Josiah, ISO Skills.
And shout out to our collegiate athlete who came from the very own Palmetto Christian Academy.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's an alumni.
All the way to CIU.
Hey, this is what I like to say. You know, I may run with the Rams now, but in my heart, I'm always soaring with the Eagles.
Wow. Wise words.
Amen.
Collegiate athlete.
AJ, our first question for you is, what has SAC done for you at this next level?
Let me start my basketball fruition of my hopes and dreams came to fulfillment through SAC. Actually, after SA's amazing buzzer beater shot against Orangeburg Prep. That was just, it really did something in my heart. And so on senior night, you know, after four, you know, very quiet years, I just was inspired. And there were some shots assisted by our very own Sarah. And so they were thrust into the air and they went into the net.
And these were game-changing
These
shots.
These are game changing. After a 5 turnover beginning of my senior night game.
They were buzzer beaters, right? They were buzzer beaters?
There was 2 buzzer beaters, and it was actually the first time in my high school career I had scored double digits. And so
She's still a collegiate athlete.
and I thank God, and we'll give glory to God, because that's just God, everyone, to the young Eagles out there. But SAC was really, it began, some kind of courage came into me. That began. So, and to this
Okay,
day,
we have a question on here. So, what was the moment? We asked this in another interview. What was the moment that you knew SAC was gonna make it? Like, what was that moment when it was like, oh my God, SAC?
they're going off like crazy. Quite honestly, you know, I was kind of like interested to see what would happen to SAC after I left. No, I really, because I thought that in my mind, I just knew that there was some weight being lifted, you know, that the Eagles would have more sky to soar in. And sure enough, I had tears in my eyes in our basement of our laundry room dorm room a couple weeks ago as I looked to see the SAC driving in the car, day in the life. And I realized the day in the life of these SAC members has only gotten sweeter.
Wow.
It was a beautiful and humbling moment and hilarious moment. And it's also humbling because I look into each of your eyes and I just see little speckles of the memories we've had together. And it's just, that kind of stuff just isn't washed away, you know? So it's like, stepping back on that court, it still squeaks, you know? The nets still swish. They still swish, like occasionally for me. And it's just a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game, and it just never gets old.
Okay. I have one right here.
Okay.
What is one piece of advice you would give to other SAC members on the rise?
All right. I'm going to give you a sincere answer first. First answer is know that the Lord delights in you playing this game, regardless of your success. And that's just such a place of peace to play in, truly, because at the end of the day, our time on earth is like this big, and eternity is like is longer than this table. And so, like, if we can just picture like a tiny finger, like, it's crazy. But God actually cares about the sport, and it's just fun. So just continue to have fun, and also believe that you actually can get better. Because I think through a lot of high school, I like worked really hard, and I loved working hard because it was like my teammates. It was fun to work hard with my teammates. But it took me a long time to deep down believe that I could actually like get better. And it's very hard to like be working hard and not believing you're getting better. It's just kind of awkward. So believe in yourselves, people. And it's that simple. That's simple.
I have a question.
That was,
Alright, AJ, we all know you love to rap. Do you have a SAC rap for us?
oh my gosh.
Oh,
I am, give us a beat. Alright, give me a beat. It's a sack rap. I got dogs in my lap. No need to take a nap. It's a sack rap. Hey. We got Adelaide behind the camera. She's a rising star, and you know she's gonna stay here with her step to your job, girl, step to finish. Somebody's gotta go and he's gotta win it.
I have one more question. So, for those sackers who are like, should I play in college? Should I not play college? Co-keeping's guided by University of South Carolina, Stanford.
I'm Rex Dawn Staley. Shout out to you. Thanks for the hat, for custom making it and sending it to me. I'll definitely be considering USC. Obviously, Bree Beal won't be there when it's my time.
We love you, Bree Beal.
We love you, Bree Beal. If you're watching this, I'm coming on.
Hey, we got something big coming with Bree Beal. Senior night, stay tuned. But
You're gonna want to be there.
going back to college.
Okay.
So, what are like some pros and cons, or like what? How should you prepare Koki for college? Like, what's college
Hey,
life like?
Look at me. Look in all of my eyes. Any of you. If I can do it, you can do it. I'll give you a rundown of the schedule. Actually, it's right here.
Oh my gosh!
These people really like me. So
You printed it out. It's on my
yeah, this is professional. So basically, I wake up, and in the preseason, it was usually like 5:30 a.m. wake ups because we'd have 6 a.m. on the track or in the gym. But now we're in season, and so typically, you know, my first class isn't until 9, which is nice about college. You can kind of choose when your classes are. My other class is at 9:30, and so we started doing this thing where we make 100 free throws a day, and we do in between each set of 10, we do 2 down backs so that we shoot them tired. But there's not really time to do that after practice because the guys come in and like doing basketball. And so typically there's a herd of us that do it in the morning. So usually around like 6 o'clock, shots, free throws in the morning. Then depending on if you're a green light, a yellow light, or a red light, you have different amounts of shots to do. So the girls in yellow light. Praise the Lord. That was so surprising and exciting. Anyways, so we do the yellow light shots. Then we have classes. I took some really fun classes: Old Testament and New Testament, encountering spiritual formation. Pretty fancy. And then I had psychology.
Ew.
So good. And then we have either like weights or film, and then practice. And our practices are honestly just as intensive as what y'all's practice just was. So
Shout out.
ISO skills.
Fairness for the future.
Yeah. So that's my day, and you know what I really love to do, and what I need to do throughout those moments is spend time with Jesus. And in college, it's been good because there's lots of space for that. Like in high school, genuinely, it was harder to like make that space, but in college, it's like you also find a greater place of dependency, you know, because you really need that joy in your soul. So that is my day, and I'm really a blessed girl, you know. I just get to learn about the Bible, which is really fun, and I get to play basketball. And I
What
get
time
to
were
eat
you getting to
Chipotle.
sleep?
That's a really important
Because your sleep is important to us.
Sleep is essential. So I usually try to go to sleep by 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And this is a significant improvement for me from my senior year of high school, because unless it was a game day, senior year of high school, I would go to bed around 1 to an all-nighter.
Oh.
And I know, that deserves some.
This is some progress.
Yeah, this is progress,
Wow,
but
nice.
don't do that in high school. It's really, I didn't see the damage it was doing to me until I saw the damage it was doing to me, you know? Just think about that one. Yeah. So, but actually, I think it's the time where I have some questions for you guys.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Should we like flip the tables
I
around?
don't know if y'all are quite ready for this. We may need to just come under. What? And switch places. Okay. All right. So here's our questions. Oh. Are you ready? Okay. So it's gonna be kind of individually based. So Abby. First, you know, we used to have this fun thing that we do, you know, where we get the special drink before game time.
This is special.
Oh no.
And I was just so curious because it really was such a like empowering thing. Is that still something you carry on in your own time? or have you found a new source of hydration?
I've realized that water is better than
Water.
these teas. But I will drink one for you every once in a while.
That's really sweet. You know, when I think of you when I see those two, what I've started to drink, just as of last night, is Prime.
Is it good?
Ocean water.
Where do you get those?
At
from?
Target. So that's really good to hear. I'm really proud of the water choice.
Yeah.
It's a hard choice.
It really is.
It really is a hard choice.
I'd say 3 or 4 months sober from my Celsius addiction.
No relapses.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I had a few slip-ups. I'm not gonna lie.
Kogi.
Okay,
My
I went
mom
through
found
Celsius
a
days.
packet of powder in my backpack, and I was in trouble.
It was Celsius. To be honest.
Yeah, it was Celsius.
Celsius.
But honestly, it's a hard thing to talk about.
Okay. Where are your feet?
Well, Scotty, now it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
So I've been kind of stalking you, following you along throughout the summer until
Not
now,
really.
because really, like, I've just always really admired your game playing style. But I know you've been like on the grind, driving hours away to get to your trainings. Like, what is your mental pathway like in those long drives? Like, where is your mind?
Usually like playing Heyday.
Yeah.
Hey, it's right.
Hey,
No,
to be honest.
no, you know what she's doing? She's practicing her competitive edge. She's getting it fine-tuned, and she's awakening her mind, getting mentally engaged to be on the basketball court.
Honestly.
Shout out to Heyday.
Shout out Heyday.
Shout out to Heyday.
Heyday.
Level
What level are you
49.
on, Scott?
Hey, we
I'm
need
on level
sponsor-
49.
Sponsor us, Heyday.
I've been
49.
I've been getting back into
These
it.
are the things that we need to know, you know, because there's a lot of minor details that goes into a disciplined athlete.
Honestly.
You know?
Heyday's
So,
one.
Heyday.
Heyday.
I mean,
had
I
to
gotta
know.
be able to get up if I want to get my items on the boat before I leave. So like,
I mean, if you
have to
can like,
get-
if you can cultivate a farm, you can.
If you can discipline yourself to get your items on the boat before it leaves, then honestly, it's easy work here.
Easy
What
work
can't
here.
you do?
It's easy work here. Yeah, that's good. All right, Koki, it's time for you, girl. Evidently,
Oh.
It's a big word.
Oh.
evidently, you just have been given this beautiful gift of the Lord in the court. But I've also stalked you. And
Not literally, guys.
oh,
This is a joke.
and I know that you are just such a deep person. And there's some qualities and little quirks you have that I really am just so fascinated by. And I think, like Scotty, they're like the minor things that build a champion. So I've heard that you like horses. Horse girl, question mark? I also have heard that you're big into pottery. And the other thing that I've noticed about you is that you're an insect collector.
Okay, where'd you find my
I know. Is it too much? I just am a bit of a fan. And I'll tell you when I see all these things. So one time in preseason, we were doing our laps. Koki, of course, is like, she's grinding. Like, she stopped in the mud, wiped the mud on her cheeks. Yeah. And she just kept going. It was amazing. And then I didn't see where she went, and I just assumed she was a little ahead of me. But then she comes back to me with 2 giant beetles, and she's just like mesmerized. And the whole rest of the run, she's just taking care of them. I still don't know where the beetles are today. They could be in the locker room. They could be somewhere. And then the pottery is just honestly understandable because
She's
She's a crafty gal.
she's a crafty girl.
Honestly, though, I was a horse girl. And I realized that it might not be for me after every horse I got on threw me off. I had some bad experiences with the horses. I was fucked off about the horses.
You know,
And then the only one that didn't fuck me off died. So it really was a bad experience when I was little, but that's okay. I still have a love for them.
see,
I just don't get on.
you may not be about the horse now, but she is about the shoe. You want to show us your shoe game, Koki?
I got money for these. They're a little dirty.
Wow.
These are mine. These are also mine.
These are-
I have big feet.
They're really cool.
These are size. Let's see here.
6.5.
These are 9. 16s. Oh, these are a men's 9.
Okay.
I'm a woman's 11. I got a big gal down
That's
here.
amazing. Big gal down here. Do you mind if I touch it? I know that might be a little weird.
It's a
I just
little-
kind of want to.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little wet.
Oh.
Okay, another time. So, yeah, I think it's your turn.
I'll clean them up for you. And then.
Okay.
I really like the lions.
I like the different colors.
It's like
Oh yeah.
LeBron James.
It's just kind of like
Zach. They're different colors.
you gotta have multiple animals. Like we talk a lot about eagles, but they're not the only animal on this
Exactly.
planet. Like, come on. There's a lot of animals out there. We can't get in these narrow spaces and then forget about the rest of the world. So I appreciate that. Actually.
Thanks.
All right, essay. It's your friends. I just emotional. So
Sorry guys.
I think what's really cool watching you and your family. First, this is a sincere question. Is you've really like bridged the love of the game between your big sister and then now your little sister, getting to see her awakening love for the game. And it is just uncommon for the middle sister to have like just the joy to bridge something and to take it to another like level of uniqueness. Like your game is so unique. And so I would say, what is it like being a basketball family? Like a family that loves the game of basketball.
Obviously, I mean, it's a grind every day. Every day, waking up, putting the basketball on the ground,
Yeah.
playing with my sisters. Does Olivia body me to the ground? Yes.
Shout out Olivia.
Does Laura
I love you.
like hit my hands so hard every day? Yes.
Shout out Laura.
But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's true.
What doesn't
That's
kill you
true.
makes
I
me
need to
stronger.
write that down.
They get
I've never
so
heard that.
close to killing me, but they don't.
They make you
And
stronger.
that's the love of a family. Middle child, everyone thinks that no one loves you. It may be true behind the camera.
Middle child.
Adelaide,
Adelaide, you deserve to be seen. Let's everyone look. Let's look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Being the middle child, you're driven to success through being a middle child, I think.
I agree. I think also, like, again, what's special about you is in the Horn sisters in general.
Hornets.
Hornets. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Embarrassing, AJ.
I'm embarrassing myself. I think I should just. But the Horn sisters really are just each one of their own. And it's not common to see that with a pair of sisters. And it's really just always so invigorating to be around them. Because I feel like I just come more into my own, you know? Hey Coach Hoover, can we ask you a special question for this interview?
For Stack,
Coach Hoover is like,
the athletic
let me
director.
just say this in utmost reverence. He is like the uncovered dinosaur of this athletic program. Like he is like the roots. He is the roots of this
Saying I'm
system.
old.
He's the roots of this system. He's like, but he's got these. There's so much to him that is worth studying, and he's been here through all the history of this athletic program. So he is someone we should really get our magnifying glass and just really look through his eyes and his perception. Not too close. Get his perception of this athletic program. And so, Coach River, what is your vision for the Eagles? Also, why are we the Eagles? You probably were part of that.
Well, that's just what they chose whenever they started the school year. I wasn't around then, but I was probably about 5 years after that, something like that. But that's a pretty common thing for Christian schools to be the Eagles.
Can we say that? Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will not be faint. That was not what I said. Isaiah 40:31.
What do you got interest?
Thank you. What is your vision for PC Athletics? And how can alumni be a part of this? And how can the present Eagles be a part of this?
And Sackers.
And Sackers.
So my vision is that y'all get a chance to do whatever you can do during the time that you have the opportunity. So if we can get you into college, we want to play in college, we want you to be able to go to college and play. We want to make the athletics the best that we can, have all of the light shows and all the kind of stuff that we can do so that your experience, whatever you're playing, whether it's just in high school, whether it's in college, whatever, be the best it can be.
You did a beautiful job of that for me.
I'm gonna give you a hug.
I really do miss you. Y'all, this really is
Appreciate you coming.
a really special place. And
I've now been to another place, so, and I can tell you truthfully that the spirit here is really very special. Also, the resources are very amazing. Like the locker room is genuinely better than our locker room. We are getting it updated, so that's a blessing. But there's just, like, it is a really great place to be, and I really just miss and treasure these times with you guys. Wow.
Thank you.
Zach, stay tuned. We have another guest coming.
Yep.
Professional
Hype season.
photographer
Hype
slash
season
videographer.
is
Keep going, never quit, always
Hashtag
sad.